Hello, good morning. It's MJ from Ultra Love TV. Happy to be here with you guys. So let's get into it. We're going to do these daily reads now. On the YouTube channel, we'll do the weekly. Oh, that reminds me, it's another week. So we've got to do the weekly reading. It depends on the timing of things, but the weekly reads, I do endeavor to do all 12 signs, but sometimes I just don't get around to it. I'm sorry. So happy Monday, my lovers. It's July 24th, another week ahead. I've started a new page called All to Love Astrology, where I just noodle on my intuitive astro insights because that's my current obsession. Straight up, I got super duper obsessed with yoga. Ended up teaching it. Holla Shazam. Super into the tarot. Ended up doing it perfesh. Just that moment of cringe, right? So this is for the collective, the Ultra Love Collective. Divine guidance and love and clarity is my intention with the tarot. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. It's mainly for entertainment, a way to get to know you guys, and of course to promote the brand. So So some of you guys have walked away from, the end of a situation. This feels like a long-standing situation for most of you, a long-term relationship, a place where you've lived, a place where you've worked, like something that's been in your life or been long-standing for a considerable amount of time. The towers come down. I feel like you've probably known, I don't know, it's like 4 months ago your company started doing layoffs and you've just found out. So there is an awareness for you that a situation in your life was coming to an end. As simple as that, really. So the hermit mode would be obviously signaling a bit of reclusivity, getting away from other humans. Leave me alone. This is ultimately for you to take time to heal the situation and create anew. And then for some of you, as you're stepping into this new world, you might be anticipating a bit of a love situation coming in. However, I think in the mental realms, you're not ready for that or something. So, for example, if some of you, this tower moment in your past, and if you're endeavoring to lay down the past, and that's including a relationship, for example, as you're preparing or getting ready to step into this new world, I would dare say you're probably not going to just jump into a new relationship or even probably jump into dating for some of you. I get a sense that for some of you, you're just not there, or it's a funny one, right, with these reads, because naturally, I think all of us as humans want to make other people the bad people, and we're the good ones, right? So, however, it's what's right and wrong, what's good and bad. It's all perception fundamentally in this weird, mysterious human life. None of us, we're still living in a floating rock, and it's a total mystery that we even exist. And yes, this is how it is. Okay. Anywho, point being, I kind of get a sense that for some of you, non-committal. You might start dating, but no, actually, even that, I'm I don't know. But this makes me think of that classic, just Tinder or dating app where you hook up kind of thing. But just be mindful, because this is a reverse. So I don't even think the situation is going to be particularly fulfilling if you res with that. I feel like maybe for some of you, this tower moment has triggered a few, what am I trying to say? Has triggered a few, trust issues, okay? Yeah, and I think as well, you're beginning to realize you've got to really purge, mourn, and release the loss here, the end of the situation. So if you went through a divorce, you're really going to have to mourn to move on. Some of you, again, it's a pretty total shakeup. Like maybe for some of you anyway, like being laid off, and then your partner also leaves. Like there's some mourning, defo. There's some grieving. There's some losses here. Like, and now you're on your own. You're like, oh great, what do I do now? How do you ever trust people after that? Like, it's like when we find out somebody you were intimate with that you did trust, you find out that they were like lying and cheating, and you're just like, what the actual... So this sense of trust is really about how we trust ourselves in dynamic, and do we honor our own body first and foremost? Do we honor, and in relationship, especially when we're vulnerable, or mainly just like if we're vulnerable, be with, because there are people that will come to help, and there are people who will come to take and manipulate. And it's like, when you're not like that, it's sort of astounding that people operate like that. And yet, again, the empathic, compassionate perspective, everyone's operating from disconnection, pain, trauma, wounding, right? Like, and the thing is, the sad, weird case of affairs, it's like they know not what they do, or it's like blind leading the blind. It's like, and again, how easy it is to point fingers, but I'm pretty sure the majority of people are just unconscious. They're just the way the ego works is that it's just so protective, over its bullshit. Like the ego wants to protect the wound, essentially. It wants to protect the pain. It wants to protect the grief, the loss. And any innocent bystander could be that which gets that fierce protection energy, which could feel like pain or denial, or, so. So it's great to be here, having a bit of a noodle sesh with you guys. I do like to do the noodles on the Patreon account, and first access, obviously. Yeah, so for some of you guys, it's just this energy of like, as you reemerge, as you start to step into your world, just be aware of getting triggered or having to overly defend yourself. Remember this too, in A Course in Miracles, in my defenselessness, my safety lies. And it's a profound thing for the human ego to not be defensive. People talk about self-responsibility, but they're only responsible when it's convenient. That's the shadow. That's what bypassing is about. They're responsible when things are going good, or they're responsible just when it serves that moment of them getting something they want. But day to day, moment to moment, they're not practicing self-responsibility as a way of being. That's not the common sort of census, as it were, in our very narcissistic, materialistic, superficial, ego-driven, like all these layers. But then those are all overlays to the actual pristine beauty of this planet and ourselves. Like we're, in truth, we are these innocent children of the cosmos, and yet, I don't know, what do you say? Like we got pulled off track, or we got fear mongered into like just be like, okay, I'll do what you want. and then we lost ourselves in the process, kind of thing, right? But here we are, I'll still stand it. Oh my God, you guys, give a little bit of your love to me. I have the best internet friends ever. That song came through my vocals, and like 3 or 4 of you, like one sent me the messages, and then I got also full on lyrics. The thing is I don't actually know the song. Like, give me the lyrics, I can sing the song, except I only know that one bit. Give a little bit, that. Give a little bit of your, and then what? I'd have to like listen to the song. I'm not gonna do that, obviously. Anyway, are we still talking? We're still filming. Amazing. Yeah. So for some of you guys to help you process the grief, there's like writing. This is pretty typical. We know this, right? But like I still to this day do it myself, and I recommend it to clients when there's a lot coming up and going on. Write it down. Write down your dreams. Write letters to people from your past that you don't care to speak to, but that you've got some gack to spack. Some gack to spack. You know, write it out. You hurt my feelings, or whatever is going down, right? And then with regards to you moving towards your new life, stepping into this new life, there's a sense of commitment. For a few of you as well, the commitment could be that you're going to get married. I know, weird, right? Like after the shakeup and the breakup, but the whole thing is like the commitment is that you're going to really want to commit to yourself, because I feel like you're going to eventually meet somebody to create this whole new world. A whole new world. Aladdin. Yeah, like I think there's sort of this turbulent gateway that you're traversing that is making you stronger, but more adaptable. Ooh, I've never seen that. Ooh. Ooh, that's funny. I'm just making this noise, and there's an owl, and there's a moon, and the owl message keeps coming through. There's a whole bunch of wisdom. The Hierophant is a higher body, a higher order. It's like, again, maybe you're upgrading your life, or you're shifting gears to be more committal. I mean, here's the thing too. I dare say we're not truly able to commit to other until we're truly committed to self, right? Like when we're committed to our personal growth and certainly from this consciousness perspective, if we want to be in codependent dynamics, or if we want to just like, I don't know. So yeah. Okay, like some of you, you're going through this recommitment. There's that Knight of Wands again. I think a lot of this, like whether you're going dating, whether you're writing down some past situations, whether you're actually seeking counsel to get some help to deal with this, that, or the other, there's this gentle renewal. And then for some of you, that renewal is going to look like you're going to go dating, you're going to meet some peeps, you're going to have some passionate, sexy fun, right? But the reality that you're sitting into or establishing within yourself is this deeper sense of commitment. This is about this is the Venus stuff, right? But this is about your, but what do I want to say? This is about your desire, your will. And this is something as well I'm really getting with certain ascendants in particular. But be mindful if you're somebody that just puts yourself last. Okay, this Venus retrograde and the nodal shift is everything to do with if we're not looking after ourselves, loving ourselves, etc., etc. It's really gosh darn hard to show up like that for other, right? And if we've never worked through something, don't offer, like, this is the thing as well of noticing who your audience is, or noticing who you're speaking to, is that, and especially with the internet, and I'm totally a part of this razzmatazz, right? But be super duper mindful of taking advice from people that don't know what the actual F they're talking about. Somebody offering like all this healing spiritual advice, but they have no experience in healing or even da with people, don't listen to them. Right? Like, or I mean, I'm just super apart of this, but like, you know, when people dish out business advice, but they don't run businesses, or they don't, or in this game, an online business is a little bit different, right? Similar principles apply to all this, in my opinion. I'm like, just do good business. Be a decent fucking human being and do good business. You will be okay. You will succeed. That's what I noticed with the online. There's all these like, which I fell into the trap of the scamology of all of it, but online marketing and I'm like, well, I mean, okay, you can market it, or you can just keep showing up and do good work. And because I never had huge capital to do huge marketing campaigns, I just had to keep showing up, and eventually people show up. this, you know, that, and that has to do with a commitment to yourself. But some people don't do that, and that's okay. You know, some people, they're better off being employed. Some people, they've gone through so much that they're still, and like, this is to me some part of the dominant thing, is that our species is traumatized. Everybody's rushing around like a headless chicken. I've been there too, right? We don't know who we are. We don't know why we're here. And mostly we're just like frightened of one another, and or trying to attack one another, and or competing with another, or saying we love you, or when we're really not. A lot of people don't know what love means because they've never actually been shown it, or they've never expressed it to themselves. They've never really had to show up in that loving capacity for whatever reason. Maybe they're powerful. Maybe they've always been given everything. Maybe, and I do witness that. Like, be mindful as our economy continues to transform, collapse, and shapeshift. Because the more identified we are with that projection, be it how much money we have, or the important job we have, or that special trophy wife or husband or whatever, beware. Because increasingly, as some of that stuff falls apart, who are we? You know, who are you? Who are you after the money goes, or after the, right? And like, this is the big juice of life. This is the whole idea of that spiritual awakening. To me, it's just like, be a decent, healthier human, you know? That's something I'm a huge like, because I've dabbled in lots of different tunnel vision holes, or rabbit holes, as they say. And always what would bring me back was like, is this useful though? This is cool information. Ooh, fun. But does this information actually help somebody live a better human life on planet Earth? If it doesn't, then screw it. You know, like, people, we can easily be baffle-gaffed and manipulated. I can testify. Pure innocent hurt, and like, people take the piss and you're just like, oh, Shazam, you're lying. Or just, you know, taking the piss. But when you're super dupes, anyway, I'm not anymore. I'm wise. I'm a wise elder now. Let's put just a few more cards. This is turning out to be quite the long reading, and just Raz chat. There will be messages for you as far as moving forward. For some of you, I'm getting a real sense of this for, it's almost like you lay down one situation, commit to yourself, have a rebirth, shed, let go, release the past. And then there's a King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I feel like you might end up having a commitment with somebody. This could be from your past, but it feels like a really innocent, pure love. And I'm thinking for some reason of like friendships and a night owl. Some of you got to look up the night owl as far as like a medicinal thing. I've got a golden ticket. For some of you, there's this golden egg, which is, to me, some sort of prize. But it's a spiritual, I know this is annoying, it's like a spiritual prize. This is some sort of miraculous insight or download that you're receiving. It's going to help you move forward with greater stamina and endurance as well. Yeah, because some of you, you've got a bit of intensities on the horizon. What is that feeling card? The commitment. Yeah, and I guess the final card here would just be this, the right order. Writing, use your voice. I mean, we are in these kind of creative times. I would say don't hold back if you're being guided to sing or write or express yourself. I think it's super important for us to find those healthy ways of expression. Anywho, my lovers, I've got an actual reading today, so I'm looking forward to that and looking forward to connecting with all of you real soon. I hope that you guys are doing awesome. Thanks for being my internet friends. Thanks for supporting Alta Love, which, again, Alta Love is just simply, wouldn't the world be a much nicer place if we all loved each other? And I know people are like, oh yeah, love. I'm like, yeah, but not, it's not, I mean, most of my life, because I've been like kind of guided by love, I'm actually astounded when I look back at the times that people have really snuffed me, could say, or like shunned me. Like, yeah. And increasingly I'm seeing it. I'm like, no, love is really powerful. Change does come from the roots up as much as top down. And all of us can make a difference. It's not just politicians. It's not just wealthy people. If anything, they're all trapped too. And if you can see through the power of your mind and heart, you are a chosen one. I don't know. Anyway, have an awesome Monday, you guys. Thanks for being my friend. And I'll speak to you guys real soon. Take care. Magic and love.